So hello everyone, this is module 3 forced convection, it's lecture number 6. So this is the problems which are related to internal flow, that is flow through pipes. So lubricating oil at a temperature of 60 degrees Celsius enters a 1 centimeter diameter tube. Okay, so these are related to pipes. Okay, so keep one thing in remembrance, that it has to be decided which type of material which will be given, like whether it is related to sphere, cylinder, plate or pipe. Okay, based on that you have to choose the Nusselt number in the data handbook. Okay, so this is the problem which is related to tube, so you can assume it as a pipes, that is internal flow with a velocity of 3.5 meters per second. The tube surface is maintained at say 30 degrees Celsius. Calculate the tube length required to cool the oil. Okay, now there is a pipe. Inside the pipe the oil is flowing, where it is the pipe is surface is maintained at 30 degrees Celsius. Okay, now oil is entering at a temperature of 60 degrees Celsius and leaving at a temperature of 45 degrees Celsius. Okay, now assume the oil has the following average properties for the temperature range of this problem. So he has given the properties with respect to the oil. Okay, now so let's solve the problem. So initially he has given the temperature at inlet of with respect to oil, that is temperature T1 is equals to 60 degrees Celsius. The velocity, okay, of oil he has given as 3.5 meters per second. Similarly, temperature of the tube, you can see here the surface is maintained at a temperature of 30 degrees Celsius. Okay, that is the wall temperature. Now temperature at outlet with respect to oil, T2 is equals to 45 degrees Celsius. Now what he is asking? He is asking to find the length required to cool the oil. Diameter of the pipe is 0.01 meters. Okay, corresponding to that you have to choose the Reynolds number. R is equals to V infinity into D by nu. Okay, the velocity of the oil is 3.5 meters per second. The diameter of the tube is 0.01 and the nu he has given in the question. So you can choose the properties of the fluid directly from the question, that is 9 into 10 raised to minus 6 meters square per second. Okay, so if you substitute all the values, you will get the Reynolds number as 3888.89, which is greater than 2300. So if it is greater than 300, you can decide the flow is turbulent. Okay, now for a fully developed flow, okay, inside a tube and flow is turbulent. So corresponding to this, we have to choose the equation related to Nusselt number. If you go to page number 134, so you can see in the 133 page number, if you turn back, so there internal flow you can see through pipes. Okay, under that you have to choose the fully developed flow with respect to Dietz-Boelter equation. Corresponding to that, Nusselt number is given in terms of Reynolds number and Prandtl number as 0.023 Re power 0.8 PR to the power n. Okay, now what is n? So n is a constant which is related to heating of the fluids and cooling of the fluids. Okay, now so to find the value of Nusselt number, we need to have the Reynolds number and Prandtl number. We got the Reynolds number in this step. Now we need to find the Prandtl number. Okay, since he has not given in the properties of the fluid, okay, you need to find. If you go to page number 120, you will get the formula with respect to Prandtl number in terms of mu into Cp by K. Okay, so here Cp, you know, he has given 1.78 and K, you know, thermal conductivity 0.14. Then what is viscosity? That is mu. So to find mu, so the formula is rho into V. If you go to see data handbook page number 41, so there at the bottom you can see rho into V, not the table. Okay, the formula. Okay, rho he has given in the question, mu he has given in the question, the properties of the fluid. So by substituting that, you will get the value of mu. Okay, that is 7.785 into 10 raised to minus 3. Okay, all the convert you have to be in terms of Newton second per meter square. Okay, now Prandtl number to check mu Cp by K, that is mu you got, Cp you know, K you know. Okay, we'll get the Prandtl number. Once you get the value of Prandtl number, okay, since it is cooling of the fluid, you can see in the question the temperature of the fluid is decreasing over the flow through pipes. Okay, hence you have to select the cooling of the fluid. Okay, suppose if it is heating, you have to choose n is equals to 0.4. If it is cooling, 0.3. In the previous step, you can see there the value of n from the data handbook. Okay. Now next is 0.03. You substitute the value of RE and PR, will get the value of Nusselt number. Similarly, Nusselt number is hd by k. So d is the diameter of the tube. Okay. So substitute the values, will get the value of h, that is thermal coefficient of heat transfer. Okay. Next is to find the value of heat transfer rate. So in that you have to find the value of length of the tube. Okay. So we don't know the value of Q and we don't know the value of L. Okay. So T infinity belongs to hot, that is fluid. TW belongs to the pipe surface temperature. Okay. Here two unknowns are there. One is Q and one other is L. Okay. So let's see how to find the value of heat transfer rate. Okay. Heat flow rate we can calculate as mCp into delta T, where m is the mass flow rate of the fluid. We can calculate using rho a v. Okay. Using continuity equation, rho a v. Rho is the density of the fluid, area is the cross-sectional area, v infinity is the velocity of the fluid. Okay. Rho here has given in the question area, that is pi by 4 into d square, the pipe area, into velocity. Okay. So this is the mass flow rate you will be getting. Once you get the mass flow rate, substitute back in the question formula, you will get into Cp given in the question, delta T 45 minus 60. The minus sign indicates here the temperature of the oil is decreasing over the period of time. Okay. So don't consider this minus for further calculations. This is just for an understanding. Okay. Now, once you get the value of Q, substitute back in this equation to find the value of L. Okay. Q, H you know, pi into T, and T1 plus T2 by 2. This belongs to the T infinity, that is the fluid temperature, average of the fluid temperature. Okay. So this is the important step you have to remember here. Minus 30. So L is equals to 9.44 meters. So the length of the 9.4 tube is required to cool the given oil to 45 degrees Celsius. Okay. So this is the problem which is related to internal flow. Okay. Next problem. Air at 2 atmospheric and 200 degrees Celsius is heated at as it flows over a velocity of 12 meters per second through a tube with a diameter of 3 centimeter. Okay. A constant heat flux condition is maintained at a wall and the wall temperature is 20 degrees Celsius above the air temperature all along the length of the tube. Okay. Now is asking to calculate heat transfer rate per unit length of the tube. And next is increase in bulk temperature of air over a 4-meter length. Okay. So he has given the properties of air at 200 degrees Celsius. Now, so what he has given initially, he has given the air which is having atmospheric pressure, that is 2 atmospheric pressure. So what is 1 atmospheric pressure? That is 1.01325 into 10 raised to 5 pascals. Okay, just multiply 1 atmospheric pressure into 2. Okay. Now T1. What is T1? It is the velocity, that is the temperature of the fluid which is flowing over a tube. That is 200 degrees Celsius. The velocity is V infinity 12 meters per second. Diameter of the tube is 0.03 meters. Now the wall temperature is, if the temperature of the fluid is flowing across the tube, the surface temperature plus the fluid temperature defines the wall temperature of the pipe, that is 220 degrees Celsius. So length he has given per meter length, you can take 1 meter. We need to find the value of heat transfer Q and increase in bulk temperature, that is delta T. Okay. Initially you need to find the value of Reynolds number, that is rho Vd by mu. Okay, rho belongs to the density, that is mass by volume. You can Tp by RT. Okay, pressure you know, universal gas constant 287 into T. This you know the constant value. You have to remember this into T1. So T1 belongs to the Kelvin scale, that is 200 plus 273. So this is important step that you have to remember while solving this type of problems. Okay. Next one. So once you get the value of density, okay, just substitute the value in Reynolds number, is rho Vd by mu into V into D by mu. He has given in the question. Okay, we'll get the Reynolds number. Since the Reynolds number is greater than 2300, you can decide the flow is turbulent. Okay, so from this you can use the equation that is Dietz-Boettler equation. Okay, so page number 134. There you can see it from the section 2.3.1. Nusselt number in terms of Reynolds number and Prandtl number. Okay, here n we will be taking as 0.4. Why? Because here the fluid is heating up. Okay, so in the previous stage what happens, the fluid is cooling. Okay, hence we have taken 0.3. Now we have to take 0.4 because the given condition is heating of fluid. Okay, so substitute back here. Since he has given the Prandtl number in the properties, you can directly substitute here. Next is we will get the value of Nusselt number. Once you get the value of Nusselt number, you can take hd by k. So I substitute the value of d and k to get the value of h in terms of watt per meter square Kelvin. Okay. Next step is to find the heat transfer per unit length of the tube. Okay. Now, so hq is equals to ha delta T. So where T infinity belongs to the fluid temperature, that is T1 plus T2 by 2. Okay. So Tw belongs to the wall temperature plus this one 220 degrees Celsius. HAS, that is pi d into L per unit length, you can take it as 1. You get the Q. Okay. Next, what is asking next? Increase in the bulk temperature over a 4 meter length. So this heat flow rate is with respect to 1 meter length. So if the same tube is of 4 meter length, what is increase in bulk temperature? You can just multiply it by 4. You will get the total increase in bulk temperature of fluid over a 4 meter length. Okay. Next, heat flow rate. So Q is equals to mCp into delta T. Okay. So here we need to find the value of mass flow rate, that is rho A B infinity. Rho you know, pi by 4 into d square into V infinity. We will get the mass flow rate. Okay, once you get the value of mass flow rate, then Q you know with respect to L, length is equals to 4 meters per second. You need to substitute the value of heat flow rate at the length of 4 meter, m into Cp. So we need the value of D bulk. Okay, so from here we'll get the value of bulk temperature, that is 42.15 degrees Celsius. Then you can write the statement is like the increase in bulk temperature of air over a 4 meter length tube is 42.15 degree Celsius. Okay, so this completes the problem.